My name is William O'Kay. Today I'm reading down from Ezekiel Chapter 41. Okay. After you brought me into the temple, and you measured the posts 6 cubits broad on one side, 6 cubits broad on the other side. What is breadth of the tabernacle? What is breadth of the door? Was 10 cubits of the sides of the door, and were 5 cubits on one side. Cubits on the other side, they measured of the length thereof, and the 40 cubits, and the breadth 20 cubits. And you went inward, and you measured the posts of the door 2 cubits, and at the door 6 cubits, and about the door 7 cubits. He measured the length thereof 20 cubits, and the breadth 20 cubits. Before the temple he said unto me, This is the most holy place. Okay, I want to keep reading. Okay. Okay, after he measured the wall of the house 6 cubits, and the breadth of every side chamber 4 cubits round about the house on every side. Sorry with the sneezing, but I'm trying to read the Bible here. And the side chambers were 3 and over another, and the 30 in order, and they entered a wall which was in the right of the which was in the house beside the chambers round about. They might have hold, but they have not hold in the wall of the house. And there was an enlarging and winding and about still upward to the side chambers. Winding about the house went still upward round about the house. Therefore the breadth of the house was still upward, and he increased from the lowest chamber to the highest, and by the midst. I also saw the height of the house round about, and the foundations of the side chambers were full of 6 great cubits. The thickness of the wall, and which was the side chamber without, was 5 cubits, that which was left was the place of the side chambers that were within. Between the chambers was the wideness of 20 cubits round about the house on every side, and the door of the side chambers were every toward the place that was left. One door toward the north, and every door toward the south, and the breadth of the place was that left was 5 cubits round about. And the building that was before the separate place at the end toward the west, 10 cubits broad, and the wall of the building was 5 cubits thick round about, and the length thereof 90 cubits. She measured about the house 100 cubits long, and the separate place of the building, the walls are of 100 cubits long. Also the breadth of the face of the house, and of the separate placed toward the east 100 cubits. And he measured the length of the building over against the separate, which was behind it. And the galleries are up on one side, of the other side 100 cubits, with the inner temple of the porches of the court. Okay, the doorposts and the narrow windows and the galleries round about of the 3 stories, like over against the door, sealed with the wood round about, and the ground up the windows, and the windows were covered. And above the door unto inner house, and without, and by the all the wall round about, and without by measure. It was made with cherubims and palm trees, so that a palm tree was between a cherub and a cherub, and every cherub had 2 faces. So that the face of man went toward the palm tree on the one side of the tree, faced a young lantern, the palm tree on the other side, and made through the house run about. From the ground unto above the door were cherubims, and there were palm trees made the wall of the temple. And the poles of the temple were squared, and the face of the sanctuary, the appearance was the appearance of the other. Total of the wood was 2 cubits of high, and the length thereof were 2 cubits, and the corners thereof, and the length thereof, and the walls thereof were of wood. And he said to me, This is the table that's before the Lord. And in the temple sanctuary had 2 doors. The doors had 2 leaves apiece, and 2 turning leaves. 2 leaves were upon one door, and 2 leaves on the other door. And there were made on them, the doors were of the temple, cherubims, and palm trees were like upon the walls, and the thick upon the planks on the porch without. And there were narrow windows upon the palm trees on one side, on the other side, besides the porch were upon the side chambers of the house, and thick planks. Okay, that's in Ezekiel chapter 41. Okay, next we read Ezekiel chapter 42. Okay, and you have to go right now. So thank you for watching this video. Bye.